Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. It sound right, boy.
Ha 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 ha! Did I get you with that sudden boy? I was like, I'm not waiting for that. I don't need to wait for the live Zoom music to finish. Need to get on. Need to crack on. Hello everyone, and welcome to a very spooky live stream.
Boo. Hi Peter.
Oh, boo.
How are you? How was your weekend? Really excited for today's stream. That new episode of Main Menu was flipping awesome and hilarious. Chef's case hilarious. Amazing video. Hope you are having a wonderfully spooky day. Boo. Boo.
Oh, all the boos. So many boos happening. Excuse me. As you might be able to tell, the scariest thing that's happened today is that I've come down with a cold. I actually came down with it yesterday, so I'll try not to just sound too gross and disgusting for you today. Try not to sniffle too much with a collar mic right under my face. But I'm making no promises. I'm just going to do a little tweet to say that we're live, because I don't always do those. But today I think is worth doing because it's a special stream today. I'm going to talk to you, but I'm going to look down at my phone while I do this stream. I'll do this tweet, sorry. It's a special stream. We're going to be watching some spooky children's television from sort of the 80s. I think a little bit of it's from the 70s as well. A bit of a breadth of things. Most of it, stuff that I have never watched before, or stuff that I'm only a bit familiar with. So that'll be fun. Live now. Well done everyone for coming at the right time as well, by the way. We are now on Greenwich Mean Time here in the United Kingdom. Live now.
Friendly ghost.
Twitch.tv /a team, a triple, a jump. There we go, that is sent.
Friendly ghost.
Someone's gifting subs, or just buying subs for themselves, whichever you prefer. Flip me, I'm just trying to find...
Friendly ghost.
There it is. I'll retweet from my personal account as well. Good, done. Hello, welcome to a Halloween spooky stream. It's going to get very spooky today. So I would like to firstly say a quick thank
Friendly
you
ghost.
to Forgotten Media for 100 bits. Boo! How frightening. And also Stephen Scotus for 100 bits. Boo! Hi Peter, how are you? How was your weekend? I'm very good, thank you. I had a very nice weekend. I've been away for a few days, which is why I missed the joint stream on Thursday. It happened again. We realised after... I don't think we said it on a stream or a video, but suddenly...
Friendly ghost.
I think it was on Friday or something. I don't know when it was. But Ashton was like, Peter, I've just realised you're going to miss the Swan ride again. You're going to miss the park, which I did last time as well. Problem is that my partner, my lovely wife, works in a school, and therefore we are subject to school holidays if we want to go away at times. And there's always a school holiday the last week of October. So I'm always, well, not always, but we like going away in autumn. We think it's a nice time to go and do our because our kind of holiday is like going walking and stuff, and it can be a very pretty time of year. So it always ends up falling on that week that we end up going away somewhere, and as a result, I tend to miss the Halloween park stream. Never mind. But thank you. I had a great weekend, and also glad you enjoyed the main menu episode. I saw that had gone down very well, and the editing in particular had many compliments. So that should be passed on to our boy Alex Winters, who edited it.
How's it going? What did the child say when they had to choose between their tricycle and candy? Trike or treat? Ooh, spooky.
Trike or treat? Wow, that's a spooky and funny joke.
No tricks, just treats.
No tricks, just treats. No sweets, just cash. Right, so thank you to Demented Space for subscribing for 19 months.
Oh yeah, 70s BBC spook time.
Yeah.
Will the creepiest part of this be the acting? Or how many of the personalities have since had their activities brought to light?
Well, yeah, could be any one of those things. Demented Space, thank you very much for subscribing via Prime for 19 months. That's nearly 20. Thank you very much indeed. Congratulations. Thank you to Steven Skodas for gifting 3 subs. They've gone to Goddammit Bobby69, Zaffel,
Friendly Ghost.
and Sodalo. Stephen, you've now gifted 543. That's 54321. Gift subs to the channel, which is very, very generous.
Hashtag justice for Strongbow Table.
Oh, yeah, indeed. RIP, Strongbow Table. No, not RIP. It survived. It's fine. Good. So, Hannah FFTL subscribed by Prime for 30 months. Congratulations on hitting the big 3-0. Hannah, happy Spook Day. Happy Spook Day to you. I wonder if any of you guys are going to parties tonight or trick-or-treating or something. 100 bits from Lolly Llama. Boo, how's it going? What did the child say when they had to choose between a tricycle and a candy? Trick or treat. Ooh, spooky. It's a good joke. Thank you for the bits. 100 bits from Not a Tadpole as well. He says, no tricks, just treats. Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it? I don't think I've ever been tricked in the sense that no one's ever egged my house, but there's a first time for everything. 100 bits from Odie Lazarus, who says, oh yeah, 70s BBC spook time. Will the creepiest part of this be the acting, or how many of the personalities have since had their activities brought to light? Well, we'll find out. One of the characters, for those of you who are up to date, up to hello, what's the phrase? You know, who know their 70s creepy kids shows, will be aware of Nosy BONK. Nosy BONK we are going to be seeing shortly, and Nosy BONK definitely needs.
Happy Halloween, mother of truckers. TTJ Peter Rave, TTJ Tripledance, TTJ Peter Rave, TTJ Tripledance, TTJ Peter Rave, TTJ Tripledance.
Yeah, I mean, not to make light of what is actually a very serious scandal, but Nosy BONK definitely needs looking into from the U-Tree angle, I think. Thank you, Eddie Lazarus, for the bits. Charlie Badger subscribed for 43 months.
Friendly
That's
Ghost.
an insane amount. That's nearly, I don't know, nearly 4 years or something. It is. Getting close to 4 years. The scariest thing I've seen all spooky season was the new main menu. Yeah, it was pretty scary. Hashtag justice for Strongbow Table from Steven Skodas with 100 bits. We've got more gifts coming in now, and we've just filled up level 2 on the hype train. Well done, everyone. Thank you very much, Steven, for the bits. I'm just trying to get through all these. 100 bits from Ricky Ricardo. This is Happy Halloween, Mother of Truckers, and then a load of emotes. Thank you very much for the rave. Wouldn't somebody TP your house? TP, says Demented Space. I mean, that's surely less cleanup than eggs, so I would rather have the TP if I had to. That's 2 gift subs from GY Goliath. They've gone to King Gwendo and Rinkster1, taking GY Goliath up to 576 gift subs. That is almost 600. Wow, that took me a while to compute, partly because it's such a big number. Thank you, GY Goliath, so much for your generosity there. And congratulations to those 2 people who just gained subs. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time at long last to look at some spooks. So if we move on over to a brand new spooky screen I've made.
Friendly Ghost.
This is, if it's not obvious, this is why I was late going live, because I'd forgotten to set this all up. So I came and sat down here about 5 to... No, in fact, it was on the hour. It wasn't 5 to the hour.
Extra hyped for the spooky stream with the awesome Peter Austin. Oh yeah. Here we go. Peter Austin stream time. I watched many a Peter Austin stream before, but I'm going to give this everything I've got.
Let me shuffle over into the middle of my headstone. So I came down here at 5 o'clock and realised, oh crap.
Friendly Ghost.
Need to set up this scene and add all the alerts and everything and get it all lined up. So here we are. It would have been nice to have some rain coming down in the foreground as well, like the Christmas screen I have for these watch-alongs has snow, animated snow with a perfect loop.
So scare. Here to help the ghost train on its way.
But alas.
Can't wait for spooky children's.
Look at this, guys. You're doing a great job. We're about to beat our last record. Keep up the support, it says. You're doing an amazing job with this hype train. We've had 1 bit from Pop Culture Pride. I appreciate the 1 bit. I've got to be careful not to lean back and forward too much now that I'm in my grave.
I remember seeing Nosy Bonk on telly when I was very small, so I've already been triggered just by the thumbnail. Thanks for dragging up that childhood trauma, TP.
Well, we're going to share it with everyone else in a moment, so don't worry. Fluffy Ruff subscribed by a Prime for 38 months. That's nearly 40. That's a big number.
Chivy.
Chivy? What? What was that? What does that say? What? Oh, TJ Ivy, I think. To Jivy. Fluffy Ruff says, boo! Oh, you got me good. Jeez. Come on, give me some warning.
Friendly ghost.
You're all being very generous. We'll never get to Nosy Bonk. Maybe that's what you're doing. You're all so scared of seeing Mr. Bonk that you're like, just keep giving him alerts to read and maybe we'll make it through the 2 hours.
Friendly ghost.
We won't see the big penis face man, which is basically what he is. Steven Skodes with 200 bits. Glad that you're feeling hyped, Steven. I'm going to give this everything I've got. You better. You better. Thank you very much for 200 bits. Very generous. Not TY Dark Phoenix or Naughty Dark Phoenix subscribed via Prime for 5 months. Thank you for sticking with us for 5 months now. Boo Spooky Times. Oh, everyone's saying boo all the time. It's too much for me. Pup George with 100 bits. So Scare. Here to help the ghost train on its way. Can't wait for Spooky Children's. We've got 1 minute left to get another 10%.
Friendly ghost.
It's just happened. That was it. That's done it. We've got a first-time chat from the Wholesome Gamer Guy who says, wholesome surprise, and throws in a whole load of bits there. Thank you very much indeed, Wholesome Gamer Guy, for that.
Friendly
and welcome
ghost.
to the chat. I'm just talking over the top of all these alerts now because there's no time. Trillion Jones with 100 bits. You remember Nosy Bonk? Well, we'll see how we get on. We're about to beat our last record. Keep up the support. It said that before. Anyway, I can see there's a finish line on the bar. Hopefully you guys can all see that in the chat. We're nearly there. We're going to do it, I think. I mean, we don't have to. No pressure, but we could do. Stephen Skodes with some more gift subs. Taking Stephen up to 545. They've gone to Gisoto and the final J. Thank you very much, Stephen, for your continued generosity in the gift sub department. It's very nice indeed. We've also had 145 bits from Don Echo 7, who says, to Jivy, which I appreciate very much. We've had some more bits from Demented Space, who says, spooky bips. Thank you for those. Very generous. And Forgotten Media with 2 gift subs, taking Forgotten Media up to 20. Thank you very much indeed. All these people being generous. And they've gone to Matter 99 and Shredded Murphy RL.
What's everyone dressing up as for Halloween? The scary thing I'm going as is the realization that all my favorite formative songs I still listen to are now over 20 years old.
Oh no, that's pretty scary. Thank you, Forgotten Media, for the gift subs, and thank you, Odie Lazarus, for those bits. I've just caught up, so I'm gonna load up a bonk, a nosy bonk. So if this should do it.
Pretend I said something so witty you were shocked into scaredness.
Pup George, thank you for cheering 100 bits and being so witty and scary. Let's begin with some nosy old bonk.
Nearly time to hide from the trick-and-treaters and eat all the sweets.
I'm using just like Windows Media Player, so, deal with it. I don't think VLC is even installed on this, so that's that's the really scary thing, is that we're using Windows Video Player. Thank you to Socks the Waving Cat for 100 bits. Nearly time to hide from the trick-or-treaters and eat all the sweets. That's a good idea. Some of you saw a few frames of Nosy Bonk there. I hope you enjoy him. I'll turn him up a little bit. So, Nosy Bonk, for context, was a character who had a little mini... There used to be mini-sodes of Nosy Bonk within another show that was called Jigsaw. Nothing to do, hopefully, with the guy who makes you chop your foot off, who, the clown on the tricycle, but it could be to do with him. When you see more of Nosy Bonk, you will agree that it is horrible. So, Nosy Bonk used to have these little segments. It was a sort of edutainment program where you would learn letters and words and stuff. I don't really know. This is before my time, but I'm very aware of Nosy Bonk. And we're going to watch a few Nosy Bonk shorts. Then we're going to stop about halfway, watch some other stuff, and we'll come back to Nosy Bonk a bit later on. But for now, allow me to introduce you to Mr. Nosy Bonk. Oh, God. Get used to this music as well, because it just goes on and on. No nuisances. Oh, he's being a nuisance. No naughtiness. No, 9. Number 9. Look how big his nose is. Oh, and from the front with the 2 nostrils underneath, it is phallic as hell. That's just Boris Johnson, says Lucy B. Why would anyone think this was good character design? Yeah, I don't know. Oh no, there's a baby. What's he gonna do? I like how he looks out of the nostrils. Yeah. I don't want to know where that nose has been. Oh, look at... Hang on. Look at the way he sort of... Oh, he's like a predator. And not even like a predatory human being. I mean, he's like a shark or something. Oh no. The way he's just looking into the pram. No nudity? Is he having a go at her for changing the baby's nappy? Hang on. Oh my God, what an asshole. He'll be having a go at her for breastfeeding in public next. Confirmed, Nosy Bonk is a gammon. Oh my Christ. Sorry, hang on. Is the implication here that he knows this woman? Have they met before? Oh, he does a cheeky little... Yes, maybe I... Oh, aren't I bad? Wow. So, although I'm aware of the character, and I have prepared this video, I have not watched a lot of this. So it's all live reaction. Yeah, Nosy Bonked, the firewall says. Oh, God. Right, let's continue. Oh, is that a schoolgirl? Yeah, it is. Although seemingly played by a woman of about 25. Is the ball changing? The ball's getting bigger. This is real Stranger Danger stuff here. Look at him. How is she okay with this? Like I say, get used to this music. She got him. Is that Janet Ellis, says Techiweo. I'm not sure. I'm not sure who that is. That appears to be Janet Ellis, says the firewall. Well, seemingly. I can't say I know who Janet Ellis is, but... I feel like oh, he's now looking through the window of a school. Nosy Bonk. And the teacher can't control the class. He's like some sort... Oh, God. He's like the Pied Piper. Janet Ellis was a Blue Peter presenter, people are saying. I thought... I'm enjoying the music, I won't lie. I mean, to be honest, it is a bit of a bop. Are they spelling a word here? I wonder if that's been reversed. Because they're getting themselves into place very well here. Chains. Oh, so that'll be... So these are taken out of context, of course. These... That's a good freeze frame, isn't it? These, as I say, these are little kind of mini-sodes, little VTs that used to play within an episode of Jigsaw. So Chains was probably, you know, the word of the day or something like that. So that'll be why they... Hopefully that's why they spelled out the word chains. Either that or there's been some nosy BDSM going on. The bonking man should not be talking about chains, says Emily Lemons. Indeed. Oh, he's chasing the ducks now. Help, this is horrifying, says Lolly Llama. Ricky Ricardo says, Peter, what is happening? Emily Lemon says, this is like a fever dream. Well, I'm glad it's going down. Oh, steady on, Bonk. I'm glad this is going down as well with you all as I hoped it would. Look at him. You never get used to him, do you? Oh no, he's lost an oar. Oh, now we've cut back to...
That funny. Poor old nosy Bonk. He was just having a row. He didn't end in a row.
Oh, there's Janet. So yeah, she must feature in the VTs. Oh, did you? I just spotted there. He was just having a row, and it ended in a row. So they're learning about words that are spelled the same but pronounced differently. R-O-W. Yeah? See, we're all learning here as well as being terrified.
Janet, that wasn't that funny. Poor old nosy Bonk. He was just having a row. He didn't end in a row.
Poor old nosy Bonk. He was just having a row. Didn't have to end in a row. Oh, look, there's the jigsaw. Oh, Christ. Use your nose. Your nose will do a much better job. Oh, God, no. His hair is very Boris Johnson, isn't it? It's Big Bojo. They're learning about homophones. No, that's the opposite of homophones, isn't it? Because homophobes. Okay. Yeah. Nosy Bonk is definitely a homophobe. This is like what A Clockwork Orange had to watch while being tortured. It is a bit. Ooh. What? Someone was calling him. Nosy! Oh, Royal Mail parcels. So we've got... We'll watch a couple more of these and then we'll switch on over to something else entirely.
Friendly ghost.
That Olipop, subscribed by a Prime. Welcome to the Walrus Clan. Olipop, thank you very much for subscribing. Spending your Prime sub on us. It's much appreciated. Bonkis Johnson. Weirdly, I trust him more with the country than I do Boris. Yeah. Is this the guy that Mr. Bean tried painting? Oh my god, it is a bit like the face he draws on the... Whistler's mother. He's waiting for the... Oh, God. Okay. First time chat there from that Olipop as well. Thank you very much, Olipop. Remember, we always wait for the green man. Before... Oh, did he wait? I thought he was going to get hit by a car. Faster, children! Faster! Jump faster! He's coming for you. God, it's a bit weird to think that all these kids now are older than me. They're all probably 40 now, or 50. Wow, Nosy Bonk set the children on him. Right, we'll watch this last one. Oh, Jesus, he's emerging from the woods. Glue he's got there. I was going to build a kite out of newspaper. I'm 40 and this predates me too, says the far wall. Wow, okay, yeah, so... All those kids are dead now, so sad. Well, they are, probably. He's like some sort of creepypasta, isn't he? He's like an SCP. All the children who, if you get in an... Oh, Jesus Christ. No! What's he doing? Oh, I thought he was stealing children, but I think they were just stopping him from blowing away. But yeah, if you... the story goes that if you get involved in a sack race with Nosy Bonk, you never come back.
Pottering around and planting a clue to the whole word.
Here's Nosy Bonk pottering around and planting a clue to the whole word. Right, guys, that's enough Nosy Bonk for now, because if I hear that music one more time, I will, probably my skin will turn white, my nose will begin to extend, my eyes will widen, and I'll start fathering children in the park. So let's have the first of 2 episodes of a show some of you will be slightly more familiar with, particularly since it has had a remake in recent years. Can you guess what it is? Yeah, well, I mean, we start creepy already because it's the Scarecrow. There he is. It's John Pertwee as Wurzel Gummidge. Now, a bit of context for those of you who are either not from the UK or are from the UK but have no idea what Wurzel Gummidge is. Wurzel Gummidge is a scarecrow who can come to life, and he has some friends who are children who know that he is alive and no one else does, apart from the Crow Man, who makes scarecrows that can come to life. And he can change his head. He puts his different heads on depending on what he needs to be able to do. He's got a singing head. He's got a dancing head. He's got a, I don't know, a chewing head, a kissing head. Hopefully he's not got a kissing head. He's got all these different heads that he puts on. He's a little bit creepy just in and of himself because he's a scarecrow, and scarecrows are creepy. It also obviously has that sort of 1970s film grain on it, which nobody wants to see. But also, there is a particular episode or episodes or a character who appears in 2 episodes of Wurzel Gummidge who is particularly disturbing. And we're going to watch the first of those today, and then the second as well, probably, hopefully. So this is an episode called Fire Drill. Peter, I'm English and substantially older than you, but I've never come across these things. How did you? Says Boring Loner. I don't know.
Flower shows always go down well at Bloomsbury Barn.
My flower show always goes down extremely well, I agree. It's an important annual event, but 2 would be gilding the lily.
Up in town when we wanted to raise money, we used to run a bingo.
Did you? Nobody speak. I have it. A firework display. We'll have a bonfire.
A bonfire this time of year? We usually have a bonfire on November the 5th.
You may choose to have a bonfire on November the 5th.
This is extremely English, says Emily Lemons. It is.
We shall hold it here at Bloomsbury Barton Park. You, Police Constable Parsons, will be on duty at the main gates. What else do we need? Of course, a Guy Fawkes.
Funny time of year for a Guy Fawkes.
Guy Fawkes lived all the year round, Mr. Shepherd. We may throw him on a bonfire any time we choose. Now, who's going to make him?
Oh, that's a job for these 2, isn't it? John, Sue?
Oh, yes. Can we make him look funny? We can make him a monster. Like the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Certainly not.
If you do want a Guy Fawkes, what's wrong with that old scarecrow of mine up in Ted Acre?
No! We're going to make the guy you promised.
Not if he's going to be a monster.
They didn't promise.
It'll be a real guy.
Nobody promised at any point.
It's like my scarecrow. Glad to get rid of it, I will. Then you can fix me up with one of them electric rock scares happen.
Oh, my pleasure.
This is your fault. Say something. What if it rains?
Really, child, you're just like Mr. Shepherd. I think it's a splendid idea. A scarecrow. It'll give our bonfire a rural feel.
Well, I don't know about that. But it'll make a fair old blaze. All that straw.
So, they're going to put Wurzel Gummidge on the bonfire for the fundraiser.
They're going to put you on the bonfire.
Oh God. I don't like this already.
I'm not bad.
Terrified. So would you be terrified if you were going to be thrown on the bonfire?
Oh, don't say that word, Missy. Don't ever say that word. Don't say that word what you just said. Not in front of old Wurzel. No, but you've given me the fright of my life, so you have.
Oh, his voice.
My stomach's going all of a bit better.
Well, we had to warn you.
No, you shouldn't have warned me. There's no need. Oh, yeah, I'll dream about it. I'll dream about it now. Oh, horrible dreams about giant rabbits eating you alive or being thrown on the bomb on that thing that the smoke comes out of.
We've got to think calmly.
Yeah, that's a think calmly. Come, where's the think calm? Think calm.
Wurzel, you're not thinking calmly.
I know. No. I am thinking calmly. But of course I'm not thinking calmly. I'm going to scarecrow think calmly when he hasn't got his thinking head on. It stands to reason, doesn't it? I think I'll go and get it.
So Wurzel now needs his thinking head because he needs to think about it. He needs to think calmly.
You going on at that meeting about
Just brace yourselves.
this would never have happened. Well, it hasn't happened yet, has it? We've still got 3 whole days before the BONK.
Ta-da!
Oh, he's put it on already.
Wasn't the farmer had 3 little pigs, a little dig. So that was a wonderful man, and did-did-did-dad. So that was a wonderful man. Sing Nostrical rings in a low. So that was a wonderful man, That is little pigs and they made them fine bacon, a little bacon. So that was a wonderful man, no one knows that better than what I do.
Oh, he's got his wrong head on. He's got his singing head on.
Oh, come on, Wurzel, hurry up.
Oh no. I don't like that at all. Oh.
Now, are you sure that's the right head this time, Wurzel?
Think so?
Yes, but are you sure it's your thinking head?
Well, of course I'm sure. I said I think so, didn't I? How could I think so if I haven't got my thinking head on? Stands to reason.
It stands to reason.
Ideas. He can always run away.
I could run away. That's what I could do.
Won't he go?
Lucy B says, I can't understand a word he's saying and I used to watch this as a kid. And Justin Weidman says, subtitles.
What's that then?
What's that then? Thank you for the bits there, Ricky Ricardo. Yeah. So he is very difficult to understand. I'll keep you in the loop as to what's going on. Don't worry, we'll get to the creepy bit. I mean, as if we've not already got to some slightly disturbing. This is just a strange old living scarecrow who hangs around with 2 kids and changes his head. It's already creepy, but it gets creepier.
Myself in the field and hope no one will notice. Got it. I know what we'll do. We'll make another scarecrow.
Got it. We can make another scarecrow.
I just said that.
Well, you may have said it. I thought it. But this is your thinking it, you see.
But why should we want to make another scarecrow? To do a swap. They'll burn our scarecrow thinking it's Wurzel. That's a terrific idea. But how do we make a scarecrow?
Oh, you leave that to old Wurzel. I've seen the Crow Man do that hundreds of times. Yeah.
We haven't seen the creepy bit. He took his head off, Peter. Yeah, you're right.
And we need a pair of boots and a big mango Wurzel for me.
So he's told them to go and get some clothes.
You can if you like, but if it's my apple turnovers you're after, I haven't baked any.
We were just wondering if Mr. Braithwaite has got any old clothes we could have.
Oh, I thought there was something. What do you want old clothes for? The jumble sale was last week.
Dress up the scarecrow.
Dress up the scarecrow when he's going on the bonfire?
His clothes are too damp, Mrs. Braithwaite. They wouldn't burn.
Oh, that
Smart kid.
Would it? Come on then, and I'll see what I can find. And when you've finished dressing it, put it in the old barn. Mr. Shepherd's coming for it tomorrow.
What do you call these days?
Old clothes, like you asked us to get.
I never asked you to get any old clothes.
Oh, yes, you did, just 5 minutes ago. He'd forget his head if it was loose.
Yeah, well, it is loose, it just so happens, Master Clever Clogs. A suit of clothes, I said, not any old clothes, but a suit of clothes. Same as it suit a scarecrow. Old clothes has to be just right, old clothes does, and this lot ain't, so I'm off.
But where are you going, Wurzel?
To do the job I asked you for to do.
We're not 4, we're 2.
Nah.
A Sunday suit, Wurzel?
This is the Crow Man.
What does Scarecrow want with a Sunday suit?
For to go to church in your comprehensiveness.
To repent your sins, no doubt. That's one of the thinnest yarns I've heard in many a long year.
Oh, it ain't a yarn, your irrelevance.
If you're not following, he's gone to the Crow Man, who's the only other person who knows that he's a living, walking, talking scarecrow. He said, I want a Sunday suit. The Crow Man is saying, what do you want a Sunday suit for? He's saying, so I can go to church, of course. Big lie. That's not what he wants it for. Don't lie to the Crow Man. What are you doing?
I'll be in that village church Monday, just as sure as there's 9 eggs to the dozen.
Well, as usual, Worsley, you've come at the wrong time. What with sowing and planting, we're a little short of stock.
I know you'll do your best, Your Holiness.
Now, here's a bespoke article I had made for Soggy Bucket. Just
Friendly ghost.
Craftsmanship of those patches, Worsley. Everyone's sewn by hand.
Oh, yeah, that's an overcoat and a half, isn't it?
Oh, his
Well, it
voice
was half
is
an overcoat
horrifying.
too big for Soggy Bucket, so you might as well have it.
Thanks a pottle, Your Effervescence, but it ain't quite what I had in mind.
What exactly do you need for this sudden conversion of yours?
Beg pardon?
Church going.
Oh, well, if it's all the same to you, Your Generosity.
Thank you, Sprout
like
Stuff.
An umbrella and a hat.
For 45
and
months.
And a jacket and a pair of trousers, a bit of strings and boots, and maybe a daffodil.
Well, it's not all the same with me. You'll have to make do with what we've got, so help yourself. But mark well my words.
Mark well what words?
No good will come of meddling with things you don't understand.
They kind of look the same, don't they, a little bit? Okay, they've got this stuff.
That's what I call the stomach. Stomach and a half, that is. Of course, by rights, it should have a little rubbing redbreast inside it.
I've got media says, can we get TP commentary put on old TV shows? When something weird is happening, Peter comes in the corner of the screen to explain the plot. I'd love to. The dream job. Imagine getting paid for that, watching all this gubbins. I'd enjoy that.
Keep all the slugs and the worms out.
Molly's clipping all sorts.
Give it some of the chore pat.
Is this how the Chroma made you, Wurzel?
That's right, in this very barn, so it was, hundreds of years ago.
Impossible. People don't live that long.
Ah, that's what you think, Clever Clogs. You go and ask the Crow Man down at 3 Lane End, where he's mending Soggy Boggart, what's lost his leg.
How do you know? I mean, how do you always know where the Chroma is?
Well, I don't rightly know. I get this sort of tickling in me head, and this tickling tells me where the Crow Man is, you see.
I still don't believe you're hundreds of years old. You can't be.
Oh, yes, I is, because I was as old as I wants to be. It's my birthday Saturday, in case anybody wants to know.
It's always your birthday. Saturday? Isn't that the same day as the we finished the legs, Wurzel?
All them legs? There ain't enough straw in them to last till Michaelmas, let alone through winter.
Well, look, they don't have to last through winter, do they? Because they're going on the bonfire.
Oh dear.
You see, you said it. You said that word. Very well, you asked for it. I'm going to have a good...
Dark Layer 1 says, wait, so they're keeping Wurzel alive by burning a different scarecrow, killing a different scarecrow. Yeah, well, fortunately, the difference is that if you make... Only the Crow Man can make living scarecrows, okay? So they're going to be all right. They're just going to make a scarecrow, a normal one. That one's going to go on the fire, and Wurzel will be spared. That's what's happening here. So... yeah, they're putting one together. They're going to put it out in the field where Wurzel would normally stand. Or no, leave it in the barn, because that's what Mrs. What's-her-name told them to do. And that will be the one that goes on the bonfire. that's also something, if you're not English, British, you might not be aware of. On the 5th of November, this is actually not happening on the 5th of November. That was mentioned in the opening scene, but they're doing it anyway. But ordinarily on the 5th of November, we would have a bonfire, which is just a big fire. Bonfire, I think etymologically comes from bone fire, but I can't remember where bones enter into it. But anyway, you'd have a great big fire outdoors, you'd set off fireworks, and then on the fire, you would maybe, people don't always do this bit, but you would burn an effigy of Guy Fawkes, who was the guy who tried to blow up the Houses of Parliament in, 1611 sextant team. I don't know what. I don't. Any help? Anyone know in the chat when it happened? But they're doing it as a fundraiser in the middle of summer or something. I don't know when it is, but that's what they're doing. So we do that. We burn straw men to celebrate the fact that 1605. Thank you very much. Remember the 5th of November, gunpowder treason and plot. I can think of no reason why gunpowder treason should ever be forgot.
Long sock.
Suit yourself. I'll get on with making the head.
Oh, no, you isn't. That's a vintage mangle wurzel, that is. I'm not having the likes of you mithering and mothering around with it. I'll make the head.
Build higher, gentlemen. Come along. It's no good just throwing the wood on like that. It has to be bent up, making a graceful curve.
Well, that's all very well, Mrs. Brumsbury Barton, but I only call round to dump these logs as a favour. I've got work to do.
So have I.
But we've all got work to do. You, Mr. Peters, must attend to your fairy lights at the main gates. And, Mr. Shepherd, is that main stake quite firm?
Oh, straight as a house, man.
Oh, splendid. Well, now, all we need is our Joan of Arc.
He didn't break the knife, says Tetsueo. Hey.
Hey, how's that?
It's very nice, Wurzel.
Oh, it's horrid.
Well, ain't you got nothing to say then? Got your tongue or something? Don't you think it's very nice?
Oh, yes, Wurzel.
Yeah, very handsome, some might say.
It reminds me of you.
Do it? Do it really? Well.
Yes, it looks just like a real scarecrow.
Oh, don't let the crowman hear you say that, because it ain't a real scarecrow, you see. But it'll do. Serve its purpose, that one will. Well, what's this doing it now, then?
Well, we're supposed to leave it here, and Mr. Shepherd's going to come and pick it up later. So you better get back to Tanaka.
Oh. All right, yeah.
Guys,
Cheerio.
just
Bye, Wurzel.
put your
See
brown
ya.
trousers on, please. It's going to get
That is
spooky.
the ugliest thing that I've ever seen. It's even uglier than Wurzel. Impossible. Although you did say you wanted to make a monster, didn't you? Not as monster looking as that. Good thing it's going on the bonfire.
Oh, no, I ain't.
Oh!
Don't put me on no bonfire.
Oh! The speed at which he jumps up.
Say you wanted to make a monster, didn't you? Not as monster looking as that. Good thing it's going on the bonfire.
Oh, no, I ain't. You don't put me on no bonfire.
Oh! Not good. Not good. The diagonal mouth.
Leave go of me, you stupid slap cabbages. I ain't got time for your jests and jays.
But it's quite true.
Oh, go on, you having no words along.
I'll show you it's hard.
They can't come alive, Scarecrow.
Oh no, I ain't. Oh God.
We can't be. Go fetch the crowman.
What did Crowman do? You made him.
I can't have done. I know I did, but I can't have done.
Oh.
The crowman can make a scarecrow comes alive. Unless
What, Wurzel?
when the crowman made these hands. And these hands made that scarecrow. That's it. That's it.
The crowman made those hands, and those hands made that scarecrow. So that's why it's come alive. Dark Layer says, wait, is this the one where he dies and says there's nothing after death? Oh my God, that's horrifying. I don't think so. I've skim-watched this one all the way through, so this I'm watching less blind with you guys than you guys are watching it. But, yeah. Oh, God. That is 100% in an episode, says Dark Lair. Wow, that's pretty terrifying. Anyway, so here we go. We've got a wonky, terrifying, awful scarecrow. It's come to life.
He's passed it on to me and I never knowed it. I never knowed it, Mr. Crowmancer. I swears on my little Robin Redbreast, because if I hadn't known it, I wouldn't have done it. I'd sooner cut my own head off first, sir.
Well, now you have that. What are you going to do about it?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't like him at all. He doesn't really know how to move.
So you can talk?
Yes, he spoke to us. He said he wasn't going to be thrown on the you-know-what.
Oh, he did he? Huh. Well, we'll soon see about that.
You can't put him on the bonfire now. I mean, you should do, but... Oh. Guys, I'm not happy.
Oh, we're W with it. D we're O with it.
What?
Oh, we're W with it. D we're over it.
Are they speaking Scarecrow?
W O with T we're Espersol. Y we're O with U we're Oursol. N we're A we're M we're Eversol.
D we're A we're F we're T we're E we're D we're so.
I don't like his mouth.
He said his name's Dafthead.
Well, it would be, wouldn't it?
Daft Head? Daft...
WH for O with it. M we're A with D we're Eversol.
Daft is means stupid or silly.
Y we're O with U with it.
Y we're over you with it. D we're I with D we're dip.
He says I did.
Well, so you did.
Yeah, I did, didn't I? Yeah. And I made him for special purpose.
No, you didn't.
Yes,
Oh.
I did. I made you Dafthead, and I can do what I likes for you. Yeah. I can chop you up for firewood, else I can give you to the old clothes man, else I can send you out to 10-acre field to scares rooks for me, or else I can have you chucked on the big pile of hot wood.
You don't get me on a bonfire.
No, don't say that word. I made you Dafthead, and I tell you, you're not to say that word. Anyway, who learned you to do the same as what I did?
He's awful.
You did, of course you get Lamech when you made my head. And you learned me to dance.
Oh, he's learned him to dance.
And do arithmetic.
Sorry, is that his dance?
3, 2 and 2 is 5. Learn me.
Anyway,
There's something creepy about the way his dance just ends like that. I don't know what it is about that, but that's... Oh, it's like an alien
this instant, you see what it is, don't you? He's got all...
has read about dancing.
1 and Lamech when you made my head. And you learned me to dance.
Oh, no.
Arithmetic. 1 and 1 is 3. 2 and 2 is 5. And you learn me to sing. Come into the garden.
Stop that racket, this...
So he's learned him to dance, he's learned him to do arithmetic, and he's learned him to sing.
instant, you see what it is, don't you? He's got all my heads rolled into one. Coming very useful, that would. I could do with an head like that, so I could.
So Wurzel says he's got... I'm literally translating for the people who inevitably can't understand a word of this. Wurzel says that Daft Head has got all of Wurzel's heads rolled into one, so he can do arithmetic, singing, dancing, all in one head. It would be a very useful head for Wurzel.
It's mine.
Give me that head.
I will not.
Give me that head or I'll knock it off your shoulders.
Yes.
Oh, Christ.
What if you knocked your head off?
Well, don't just stand there and do something.
Oh! Oh!
him. Rate he's going, I reckon your ball's loose.
Dangnation donkeys, you could have stopped him if you'd had a mind to.
So, from this point on, Daft Head is no longer in the episode. Like, he literally just runs off out into the countryside and he's just out there now. A living mutant scarecrow is just gone. And they never address it for the rest of the episode or the rest of the series. So Daft Head is at large, okay? I don't know if anyone wants to know what happens with the rest of the episode, how Wurzel gets out of it. I think basically the Crowman swaps Wurzel's head for like a cabbage or something, and they burn Wurzel's body and cabbage head, but he's got his real head in a sack, and then the Crowman just makes him a new body and puts the head on, and Wurzel is saved. And so that's the resolution. What we're going to do now is move on over to something else, and later on we will watch the episode of Wurzel Gummidge in which Daft Head returns. So he does eventually come back in a later series, so we'll see more from Daft Head later on. So for now, let's go to the Terrorhawks. So this is a Jerry Anderson show. Jerry Anderson, of course, famous for the Super Marionation, as seen in Thunderbirds, Captain Scarlet, Stingray. You know, the puppets with the strings and the mouths that just barely move. We've done Captain Scarlet on Worst Games Ever. I'm sure most of you will be at least somewhat familiar with Jerry Anderson's stuff. However, Jerry Anderson also, as well as Super Marionation, did something, what did they call it? Super macro? I can't remember what they call it. Anyway, he did stuff with puppets, briefly. Puppets as in with puppeteers, you know, almost your Jim Hensons, but not quite. So, yeah, not everything that Jerry Anderson did was with string puppets. It was sometimes done with kind of hand puppets. And in this show, it's not got scary themes in it, but you will find that the villains are fairly sort of witch-like, so that's Halloween-y in and of itself. But even the heroes in this show are supposed to be normal human beings, but they're just kind of uncanny and weird. The shape of their heads, their eyes, the way they move, because they're puppets. So, super macramation, says Grinchy Green. Thank you very much. Super macaroni, says Justin. Yeah, indeed. So we're going to watch a bit of Terrorhawks. We don't necessarily have to watch the whole episode, but we can do if we want to. And I will warn you now, fair warning.
You are going through everything I watched as a youth. This is extra spoopy for me.
Pup George, thanks for the bits. Glad to hear that this is a little nostalgia trip for you. I've never seen a full episode of Terrorhawks before. I'm aware of it, but we're going to sit and watch one now. Fair warning. There is a character in this show, one of the heroes, one of the goodies. His name is Hiro, Hiro. He is from, I don't know if they specify which Asian nation he is from, but he is voiced in a way that is borderline not okay, in that he transposes his R's and L's. And I know in one episode, I've watched a bit of the first episode a long time ago when I was curious about this show, so I started watching it. I was like, oh, okay, like weird kind of 70s, 80s puppetry, like I'll give this show a try. And almost immediately, in the very first scene he is in, they not only do the transposition of the R's and the L's, but then they make a joke about it, where one of the like Caucasian characters who's talking to him accidentally does it himself, because he's like thinking about the fact that this guy's talking to him and like swapping his letters around, and then he sort of like does it by accident, you know, because he's like thinking so much about it. That may or may not happen in this episode. I have not fully screened this for ethnic stereotyping and just racist puppets, basically. So, fair warning, this is from the late 20th century. I'm not saying it was okay back then, but it was accepted by then, by broadcasting standards. It is no longer acceptable, but we will watch it and just hopefully not encounter too many uncomfortable situations. Okay? Fair warning. There we go. Off we go. Oh no! See, this is scary, right? That's horrible. The Proto Team America. Yeah, it is a bit. Zelda. So there's Hero. I'm not sure if the Terrorhawks are... Oh, I guess they're the names of the ships and the pilots. I always assumed the Terrorhawks would be the names of the sort of witches, but these are the Zeroids, Welsh robots. Look at them all. They're all so weird looking. Super macromation. Hudson color. I love that era of TV production where they brag about like the level of color and kind of quality it's filmed in. They're like, hey, this is filmed in super Technicolor. Whoa! So we're dealing with, look at these models. And this is what I love about it. This is why I wanted to give the show a try. And then I was immediately met with racist depictions of Asian people. But I love stuff like that. It's great. Look at all the greebling. Oh, God. Look at them all. They're just so uncanny. At
ease.
I'm not at ease.
Strict military discipline will be maintained throughout the operation. Is that understood?
Tiger, this is madness.
Is that understood?
Yes. What we don't understand is the reason you're doing this.
Meaty head. Yeah, Darklear, that's how I would describe it. Oh, are they not all Welsh? One of them's Welsh. I've skimmed through this episode as well, and one of them is Welsh. Love that.
Set course for Mars.
Oh, the zoom. The zoom. No.
Set course for Mars.
Oh, Christ. Okay.
The clone and his stinking horde are on their way.
I do not like the way this guy speaks. Listen, he's so gurgly.
To that tiny object perched between your ears.
I don't know if it's because he's eating soup or if I think he always sounds like that. Not a fan. Why is the monster the least scariest one, says Darklear? It's true. Oh, they almost look quite real, don't they? It's so uncanny valley. The texture is quite convincing. You know, if you just sort of cover a couple of features, if you like hold, you know, if you kind of cover a bit of the eyes and a bit of the nose, it just looks like a photo of the man's head. But then you look at the whole picture and it's like, it's not good.
Rerun check 148.
What's he up to, 101?
I don't know. He's been working with the computers for hours.
What's this?
Cocoa.
Cocoa? You know I hate the stuff.
Exactly.
There's no way there's anything in that cup. It looked empty as hell. What's that then?
Mother, Razif reports that the Terrorhawk's accursed ship is approaching.
Oh.
Yes, I know. We can launch an attack and destroy the Earth scum. I will give the order. You will do nothing,
Oh.
imbecile.
Mm.
Hilda's acting very
Who the flip is this?
Yes. Imbecile.
Just casually, panning over to Boris Johnson again.
Hilda's acting very strangely. Yes. What's going on?
Oh.
ETA Martian orbit, 17 minutes. 10:10. Shall I sound battle stations, Doctor? No, hero.
Okay, at the moment, we can just put that down to, hey, he's got an Asian accent. That's okay. He's an Asian character. He's got an Asian accent. That's fine. He said battle stations correctly. We might be okay. We also might not. Fair warning. The fair warning continues for the rest of this episode.
Then at least activate a protective force field.
10-0. Prepare to launch the MEV as soon as we're in orbit.
You're going down there?
That's right. I'm taking Kate and Hawkeye with me.
Oops, sorry, I'm hovering out. I'm like a geography teacher. So basically, the Terrorhawks.
A perfect target. We can blow them all to smithereens.
Into tiny pieces. Be quiet, you giggling fools. But, Mother, I think... You think? Be quiet, I say.
Spooky 420 BBBB blazed my dude's Lord 16 dabs.
It's a good freeze frame,
I guess
isn't
it's
it?
pretty obvious that I'll bring you some Halloween jokes today. What do you call a cheesy Halloween dance? The Monster Mash. Ha ha ha.
Oh.
How do you write a book about Halloween? With a ghostwriter. Hi. Why don't skeletons like Halloween candy? They don't have the stomach for it. Ho ho ho. Where do ghosts buy their Halloween candy? At the ghostery store. Ha ooh ooh. What does a skeleton give out on Halloween? Some spare ribs. Hi hoo.
Fantastic. Thank you, Lobrosovich, for the 100 bits there. Brilliant. Zelda and Neinstein sitting in a tree. Yeah, I think so. Thank you very much for the bits and the jokes. Good jokes.
BBBBBB bonk BBBBB scarecrow BBBBB. It's way too spooky for the BBBBBs, but BBBBBBB blaze it.
Thank you, Stephen, for BBB blazing it. My dude. I'm both glad and sad I have nothing to blaze for this stream, says Lolly Llama. Yeah, imagine actually blazing it whilst watching this. It's a good freeze frame, isn't it? I can't remember if I said that before, but that's fantastic. So, the plot so far is that the Terrorhawks, the human characters, have gone to Mars, which I think is where these Martians, I don't know what these guys, these things are even called. Martians, witches, terror monsters. So they've arrived at basically the enemy planet. They've lowered their shield. They're not, the captain's like, we're just going to land. And everyone's like, what are you talking about? What? You can't just, we're going to die. And these guys are saying to their witch mum, hey, look, they're approaching. It's our chance to blow them out the sky. And she's saying, I don't pay you to think. Listen to me. So there's clearly something going on. Like, both leaders are doing something here. And none of the subordinates know what's going on, is the plot so far. Okay, good. Off we go. Oh. I pressed spacebar and I accidentally restarted that instead of this.
Is the MEV ready? 10-10, Doctor. Kate, Hawkeye, let's go. Dr. Neinstein, we have followed your strange orders to the letter. Perhaps we deserve some kind of explanation. I'll give you a hope, hero. I hope I'm wrong.
Hero may have just said perhaps, I think. May or may not have done, but we'll say that he didn't. But he is for the most part.
They landed. They're here.
Speaking as he should.
It's Einstein himself and two of the Earthlings. I will give the order to
What was that random shot of blue stuff? What was that about? What?
Einstein himself and two of the Earthlings. I will give the order.
It's just a robot looking out the window, I think.
No, I will be silent.
Oh, right, that's them arriving. Poison Valentine has arrived. Hello, welcome.
Zelda,
I knew you would come.
I had no choice.
Neither of us had a choice. Sister, youngster, you will entertain our guests. Guests? Yes, I am declaring a truce.
Ah.
I copy.
Come, Doctor. We must talk. Plan.
Oh, God. I was not ready for that. Just him walking across frame. Ready? Oh! Not good. So spooky. Too spooky for me.
Would anyone like something to eat?
Oh.
Well, not right now. Thank you. The doctor is still in conference with Zelda.
All we can do is wait.
What in space fire's going on?
It beats me. The abandoned space station near
That rotating ring thing is very distracting.
It hasn't been manned for years.
But it will still have traces of human occupation. It's coming into
Are they going to nosy bonk? Imagine the children. Oh!
Our worst fears have been given reality. It's gone. Completely destroyed.
Patch me through to Space Hawk, Kate.
That won't
Oh,
be
the way he moves, it's not
They'll
good.
hear you.
I can now confirm what Zelda and I suspected. We will soon be confronted by the greatest menace in the universe. The Zyklon.
The Zyklon? What's that, Mother? The ultimate computer, programmed to destroy all life forms.
The Zyklon?
whether humanoid or android.
The Zyklon's present trajectory will bring it first to Mars. Then it will move on to the Earth. This is why we are here. This is why we must join forces against a mutual threat.
How do we move against it, Tiger?
Well, first we need to know all we can about it.
This is just Mass Effect, says that Sue Derrick. Well, this predates Mass Effect, so basically, Mass Effect copied, whatever the flip this is called, Terrorhawks.
I'm going back up to Space Hawk.
Can we trust Zelda?
The only chance we've got against the Zyklon is to work together. Zelda knows that. You can trust her. At least until this is over.
His face! It's awful. Docking. I'm so here for the miniature
Tiger,
models.
the Hawk spy started transmitting information on the Zyklon.
Oh, God, look at him.
No detail yet.
Why is the main protagonist the most horrible looking one?
Coming through. Flaming thunderbolts.
What is it?
It appears to be over 1 mile long.
Oh, he's not.
It's built and controlled by a massive computer system.
As he delivered that line, I read Emily Levin's message in the chat. Why is he talking so slowly? It's so unsettling. And listen to him say Listen to him.
It's built and controlled by a massive computer system.
Oh.
Look at that potential power reading. There's nothing to match it in the universe.
Maybe when they put this episode together, it was supposed to be 23 minutes long, and they were like, oh, it's only 20 minutes. We need to drag out all of his dialogue. Speaking of models, Peter, how's your kit bashing thing going? Says Lucy B. It was going pretty well. I then had to pack everything up because I moved house, and so everything's been in storage. I've been between houses because we moved out of a rental and stayed briefly in another one while we were waiting for the completion of our house purchase, because we've been buying our first house, which is very exciting, and completed today, which is great news. Should be moving into it physically tomorrow, which is super exciting. Going to be building there's a tiny little box room. It's technically a 3-bed house, but the third bedroom is just a tiny Peter-sized bedroom, which is fine because we've got one spare room. Bedroom number 2 is for, put the guests in there. And then there's this little, small cube room, which I'm just going to fill with, all my, my retro games and kit bashing stuff. And I want to buy a load of, old action figures and things and just stick them all on a shelf. And I'm super excited. So, yeah, it will commence eventually, recommence. But, yeah, I had to put it aside. A nerd cave, indeed. Yeah, a man or woman cave, whatever you like. So I'll post a picture of it when it's all done. I want to throw up some LED lights, coloured lights, and buy myself a new microphone and everything. I want to go mad in there. So I'm excited. We won't necessarily watch the whole of this because we've still got an episode of Wurzel Gummidge to watch and a bit more Nosy Bonk. Look at him.
Hero. We need answers. 10-10.
He's oh, God. What the hell? I nearly swore. What the flip was that?
10-10.
Oh, God. It's awful.
This time, it is coffee.
Thanks, Mary.
Why didn't you tell us?
I hoped I was wrong.
What are our chances?
The Zyklon is considered unstoppable, smashing anything in its path. Its one aim, the elimination of life. If we fail, first Mars and then Earth will be totally destroyed.
Great. He's a lot like Nosy Bonk in that every time you see him, he still looks weird. I'll definitely have to buy
How you doing, Hawkeye?
the full series of this.
Yes. Seems a little sluggish compared to Hawkeye.
I know what you mean. Let's get back down.
So this episode is one that I pulled directly from the Jerry Anderson official YouTube channel. This is uploaded in full in pretty decent definition. There's a few other bits and bobs of this show on YouTube in much lower definition. So I picked this one specifically because it's good quality. But
Attack at Martian dawn. How long does that give us? 7 Earth hours.
Oh.
You may not like it, Zero, but the plain fact is, you two are machines.
But, sir, I'm more than just metal and wire.
So, yeah, you can watch little bits and bobs of this show on YouTube very easily. It might all be on Dailymotion or something, but yeah, I think it might also be available on possibly DVD box set or something like that, or I don't know, it might even be on BritBox or something. So I'm sure if you want to watch more of this, which I'm interested actually in watching more because I do like all the little miniature models and stuff. I think that's cool. But yeah, it'll be out there, available somewhere to stream.
You knows I am.
No. That's exactly what you are. Nothing more. You've got to start accepting it.
Yes, sir.
You must forget any human characteristics you may have picked up. You are robots, inanimate objects, Machines.
I'm a robot. Nothing more than a machine.
Come on.
I'd love to have a clip of just that head turning and the voice, I am a robot. Just that. Just a tiny little snippet.
Machines.
I'm a robot.
Just that. That's great. I am a robot.
Nothing more than a machine.
Come on, Zero. The MEV's waiting. We're due down on the surface.
Surface. It's quite the ship, that, isn't it? Big beast. Martian Dawn. We made it.
The Martian Dawn.
0 minus 60 seconds.
I like the retro-futurist controls. Look at all the bulbs and big dials and stuff on this control panel. Look at that. That's great.
Launch the reefs.
The what? The Zeefs. Love that one of them is gay. Finally, the representation I've been craving, says that's Sue Derrick. Or that's So Derrick.
10 seconds.
Fire on command.
It was ahead of its time, this show. Had a gay robot in it.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Fire.
Oh! Jesus.
It's shielded by a massive force field. We're not even denting it. Keep firing. Kate, Hawkeye, you'll be spotted any moment now. Prepare to take evasive action.
10-10.
10-10. Can we even see what they're shooting at? Where's the... I am a robot. Is that it? Is the big silver one the baddie? Is that the evil computer? The Zyback? I guess it is.
The Zeefs are taking a pounding.
Kate, Hawkeye,
No, they're not. They've missed...
close as you can.
Every projectile is missed. Oh.
We've been hit. You're right, Hawkeye. Just about.
Disengage and return to base. 10-10.
It's up to Kate and Zero now.
Spiffing says, I'm very confused about this storyline. Hey, it's very straightforward. The creepy humans have teamed up with the creepy Martians
I will be on my way then.
to do some sort of bombing run on this giant...
Does not need luck, but thanks anyway, Mom.
This giant silver ship. And they're sending out BB-8. 343 Guilty Spark is on his way.
Going in alone. Ceasefire.
Is he going to detonate? Is this some sort of suicide?
It's a big one.
It's a big one.
Steady, lad.
I love that he's Welsh. It's the guy from Taint Half Hot Mum, isn't it? Isn't it? What's that Welsh guy called? With the very deep voice.
The moment of truth. Will it open fire on a machine?
Steady, lad. I am a robot. Held a message for reason, race, ethnicity, or religion. Allow, we'll post it to chat. Zyklon or Cyclone, is this a kiddie spin-off? Is the word Zyklon considered some sort of slur? Why was that? Charlie Badger has added a permitted term, Zyklon. Okay, that's good. I'm just going to quickly Google that and make sure I'm not repeatedly saying the word Zyklon as though it's some kind of... No, it's the trade name of a cyanide, a cyanide-based pesticide invented in Germany in the early 1920s. I don't think it's... it's also a death metal band. Oh. I think it was... it was the poison used during the Holocaust in the gas chambers, apparently, which is why Twitch was like, oh no, you can't say that. I'm surprised that's in Twitch's... Twitch knows that is what was used. But anyway, is it Cyclone? Because if it's Cyclone, we can say that. I don't mind the fact that the word was green listed, by the way, Trowling Badger, so don't worry about that. But because no one's likely to be saying Zyklon in an offensive way going forward. But wow. Let's continue, and maybe not, if we can, say Zyklon anymore.
He's going aboard.
I don't know what this computer's called though. I've forgotten. Maybe that is what it's called. I've already forgotten. Are we all cancelled, says Pup George? I think collectively, as a group, we're all now cancelled, yeah.
You are a robotic sphere programmed to communicate in the language called English.
Oh, this is a bit creepy.
I am Sergeant Major Zero.
Yes, I'm glad to see your decision circuitry is based on logic.
I am here.
I am a robot.
You.
Oh!
You will not fire. It is not logical to do so.
Zero's been inside that thing almost 2 minutes.
He's got to use his humanity.
What in space fire's happening?
Space fire.
Unlimited power. Enough to rule the universe. You and the others like you must...
Some rare ASMR there, says that Olipop. It is a little bit, isn't it? It's got quite a nice voice.
Join you.
Yes. Become part of the ultimate computer. A timeless, invincible, perfect machine.
Invincible.
Oh.
You would agree.
What about Einstein? And Mary? And the others? The humans?
Crikey, was this made when Jerry Anderson was going through a messy divorce, says Odie Lazarus.
Logical, and therefore inevitable.
No.
It is the only course of action.
Not if you're a little bit human.
What are you doing?
The targets are now in range. They must be destroyed.
Stop, or I fire.
You cannot fire. You could only do so out of loyalty or anger or some other human attribute not applicable to a robot.
Ah.
I am more than metal and wire.
I am a robot. He got him.
This cannot be happening. You have been deceived. You cannot be a machine.
Man, I didn't expect.
Illogical.
I didn't expect like this to be slightly unnerving.
He's done it.
I was just talking about the models when I brought this along, the puppets.
Zero, get out of there.
Oh, the Greeblies. Look at them. Look at all those little bits. Indeed, yeah. Geronimo. And so on and so forth. How long's left of this? We've still got some Nosy Bonk left to watch and some Wurzel. We've got 3 minutes. Okay, 3 or 4 minutes. Oh, we've seen that shot earlier, haven't we? Okay.
So, clone, you've come down to say a fond farewell.
Let's make it a straight farewell.
Is he a clone?
What makes you believe I will allow clone? You...
Did she refer to him as a clone? It would explain why he looks so flippin' weird.
So, clone, you've come down to say a fond farewell.
Let's make it a straight farewell.
What makes you believe I will allow you to leave?
I took out an insurance. Space Hawk's entire firepower is targeted on this base.
Nice.
And our guns are all aimed at your big ship. What do you say to that?
I say it would be a pity to blow each other to pieces.
My aim is still your destruction.
I imagined it would be. Let's go.
He looks so bad. He does look worse than the Martians, somehow. Oh, he's the 9th clone, says Techueo. Okay.
Well, I suppose you deserve some kind of commendation.
Oh, not necessary, sir.
What?
Modesty forbids me to accept praise.
Modesty. For the last time, Zero, you can't have human emotions. You are a robot.
Oh, no, sir.
He's not very likable, is he, this guy?
I could not be a machine because I is illogical.
Zero, you're crazy.
Crazy? That's even better than illogical.
Don't encourage him, Mary. I didn't mean crazy. I meant... Why am I arguing with this plague of my life?
Ooh, now he's angry. And I'm happy. Happy. Even better still. I do believe I'll fetch him a nice cup of cocoa.
Thank you, Jerry. Nicely done. I liked the bit where it was racist. That was my favourite bit. Oh, look at this outro. Hang on, let's not skip this. Oh, they play noughts and crosses. Block the middle. I wonder if it was different at the end of every episode and you get to place a bet on who's going to win. Go top right. Block right. Oh no, you can't win. He's got you. Top middle. Come on, the tension is killing me. The Welsh robot won. That's weird. I bet it was different every time. Okay, so now we're going to continue with a bit more Nosy Bonk, much to the chagrin of... I saw someone in the chat was Plushy Labs Jennykin was saying, hopefully I've missed Nosy Bonk. Sadly not. Oh yeah, we should have placed some placed bets, Twitch coins, whatever it's called. Nosy Bonk, he's back. Oh, remember the music? He's returned. So we're somewhere around here. He's potting plants. I actually could really use a little comfort break, so I might leave you guys in the capable, terrifying hands of Nosy Bonk. I know that one of these episodes eventually goes to the wrong aspect ratio. Look at that one. It's all thin and weird. But never mind. We won't watch them all. But I'm going to play a bit of Nosy Bonk while I go to the gentleman's. Yeah, I'm going to leave you alone with Nosy Bonk. No one should ever be left alone with Nosy Bonk, but I simply have to. Otherwise, I will... I mean, the intention is to make us all pee our pants in today's stream, but I don't want to do it just through sheer filled bladder. I'd rather do it out of fear, you know, when Daft Head returns in the next 10 minutes or less. So enjoy a bit of Nosy Bonk, and I'll see you in a couple of minutes, depending on whether or not I choose to wash my hands. I think I will, but, you know, maybe if I don't, that would be spooky, wouldn't it? I might get more unwell than I am right now. Okay, here he comes.
Here's Nosy Bonk pottering around and planting a clue to the whole word.
Pottering around and planting nosegays. I'm saying nothing. Don't you dare. So some of these clips, I should say, have letters that you have to find and find whole words. Remember, these are taken out of context, and so we might be getting some incomplete puzzles here. So don't necessarily, yeah, I don't know. You might find it very frustrating if you're trying to play along at home. Oh my God! He certainly turned me nose gay now. There we go. I have actually seen that clip somewhere before on the internet. Someone else in the chat was saying the same thing. Look how pleased he is with himself. Look at him. Look at him. Right, I need to go and pee. Right, enjoy the flipping zigzag episode. Whatever. I don't know what's about to happen now, but I simply have to leave. Let me just pop this out. Sorry about the... I left the mouse on the pause button like your geography teacher does. the whole time you're watching the video about volcanoes. Has he got his dick out yet or anything? What have I missed? No, not the dog. Let the dog live. Oh my god. He's infected another... What have I missed here? Oh, Jesus. Mrs. Bonk. Oh, there she is. Wow, she's worse. How is she worse? Can someone explain to me how she's worse? Mrs. Bonk is hot, says Lucy B. Yeah, sure. Good. Fine. Wow, I missed some stuff. Oh, he's playing golf now. I don't know where you guys were up to now. Oh yeah, something around here. There, I think you were somewhere here, right? We'll watch a couple more. It did appear there was a third bonk somewhere there.
Bonk has got a clue to the next letter. Watch carefully.
Oh.
For everything that touches Nosy's nose ends with this letter.
Oh, okay. Coffee. What was that? Hanky? Oh, tissue. Jeez. Oh, there's a little daughter bonk now. They are breeding. What's that? Cake? Sponge? I didn't even see what that was. He threw it away instantly. Oh, is it another hanky? Tissue. Fence. Bee. Rope. String. Could be string, but it doesn't end in an E. I can only apologise for the state of the screen. The aspect ratio has gone a bit.
2 letters.
Watch the whole of Nosy Bonk's escapade with Crazy Golf very carefully. There are clues to all the letters of the word. You have to find 2 letters at a time.
Okay. Let's do this puzzle and then we'll move on. He's lost his ball. Oh, there he is. There it is. The dog. Oh my god, he's chasing a dog. What's he doing? It's like Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean did this. Oh my... Whoa! Oh! Oh! Oh, that wasn't good at all. Sorry, he steps out of the gents' toilets, he's swinging his hand like this between his legs, and then it cuts to between his legs, and from the top of frame, it's his nose, but it doesn't look like his nose. Look, just look at this. He comes out the toilets, he makes what could be a gesture of, I've just had my penis out in there, and then it shows between his legs, and from the top of frame... Ready? Oh! If I freeze it in the right moment. Look at that. That is filthy. Guys, we could get banned from Twitch here and now. Oh, God. Anyway. I hope we're paying attention here. We've got to find some... I've not seen any letters yet.
two letters are the first two letters of the thing that took away the ball.
Oh, dog.
The
D-O.
next two letters are the last two letters of the thing Nosy Bonk swiped his ball with.
Club.
And the fifth and sixth letters
D-O-U-B.
are the fifth and sixth letters of the place where Nosy Bonk lost his ball.
Wait, what? The fifth and sixth letters of the place he lost his ball. Well, he lost it on the... What? He lost it on the ramp, didn't he? Or is it... the beach? The gentleman's? We've got D-O-U-B, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, yeah, it's probably double. The gentleman. Is that the place he lost his ball? The gentleman's? Golf course, suggests Dark Lair. O-U. I think it's double. There's not many letters that come after D-O-U-B. I think it must be L-E there, like that. Okay. Gentleman's convenience, perhaps, yeah. Right, guys. We're going to watch the last of today's Spookums, which is a second episode from at least one, if not two, series later of whatever the flip this is called, Wuzzle Gummidge. Oops. The return of Daft Head. Oh. Guys, I don't want to see...
Usually up at 10 acre at this time, having a good breakfast.
Don't tell me that scarecrow's doing its job properly for once.
Doing its job properly, there's no properly about it. Just stands there, like this. Get on with your washing up. Still got a bit to do.
You know what I mean, Jack. Sometimes it's there to do its job and sometimes it isn't. You want to keep an eye on it.
You stop them taking it, you mean? What I don't understand is why they always bring it back.
I think it's those students from the agricultural college having a lark.
Want to get some farm work done, never mind having larks. I'll put some barbed wire up, that'll keep them out.
T-posing to assert dominance. Yeah.
John, see you dry those plates properly.
Can we scrape out your mixing bowl, Mrs. Braithwaite?
Well, you didn't think I was going to feed it to the pigs, did you? Here you are. Your favourite, Forest Gutter.
Yummy!
And mind, it's to share.
Smashing.
You don't want to have the expensive barbed wire.
Licking the bowl. That's what we all like to do.
The dog? Dog's been trained to round up sheep, not to guard blooming scarecrows.
Don't mean our dog, any dog. Just so long as it barks. We'd only need it for a few days.
What dog? Dogs don't grow on trees, you know.
These two will find you one. When you finish that cake mixture, pop over to the Cromans and see if we can borrow Ratter for a few days. Tell him it's to guard his blessed scarecrow. Then he won't say no.
Yes, Mrs. Braithwaite.
And mind, don't forget to bring my mixing bowl back.
We will.
So she thinks that the scarecrow is being nicked because they've noticed that some of the time it's not actually there. It's actually because Wurzler's getting up and wandering off and playing with the children. So she's saying we need to get a dog to stop students stealing the scarecrow. A rental dog, yes. Oh, they've gone to share the cake mix with him.
Let's surprise him. Boo! Sulking again. What a pity. We'll just have to eat all this sponge cake mix ourselves.
Oh, no, you won't.
Guys, he's back.
Mix ourselves.
Oh, no, you won't.
How fast does he turn around?
All this sponge cake mix ourselves.
Oh, no, you won't.
He sounds a bit like Michael Judson. Oh, no, you won't.
Wurzle! Wurzle! He's got a bucket on his head. I can see that. Wurzle! He can't hear you.
Yeah, and so would you too, Soap. If some pesky varmint had snuck up behind you and stuck a bucket over your head.
I wouldn't. What I'd do is take it off again.
Oh, you would, would you, Master Clever Britches? Well, ow. Just you answer me that. You tell poor old Wurzel who's too stupid to work it out for himself. Ow.
Oh, I see now. Look, Johnny can't. He's all tied up.
Yeah, tied up. So you've noticed at last, have you? My. We're not smart today, isn't we? Not much you three misses, is there?
Sarky, aren't we? Leave him alone, John. He's upset.
Yeah.
Do you know who did this to you, Wurzel?
I've got a jolly good idea.
Who?
Yeah, well, I can't be certain, mind, but I think it's that same pesky varmint who snuck up behind me and stuck a bucket over me head. Yeah. Yeah, that's better. I felt like a prize turkey all trussed up for Christmas. Well, you two can shove off now. Leave me alone to get on with my sulking.
You can't sulk now, Wurzel. I've got something to tell you. Look, there's a scarecrow in 10 Acre, and it isn't you.
Well, of course it ain't me, you daft apist. How could it be me when I've been sitting here with a bucket on me head? That's very nice. If there's one thing I like better than a cup of tea and a slice of cake, it's a dish full of raw cake. Come on, where is it?
It's where she left it in 10 Acre.
But you're a prize, Mary Ann, missy. Where's the sense of leaving a dish full of raw cake in 10 Acre when I've been sitting here?
I keep telling you, Wurzel, because we thought the other scarecrow was you.
And I keep trying to tell you, missy, how could it be me when I've been sitting here? What other scarecrow?
3 cheers. It's sunk in at last.
Scare a cabbage, that's what it'll be. The most ardent working scarecrow from here to Thuggy Bottom.
Wurzel, I somehow don't think that other scarecrow is scaring cabbage.
Of course it is.
Oh, that was weird.
Because Mr. Crowman put
They
him
did a
there.
little audio edit there, but they sort. Oh, that's a good freeze frame. They like overlaid 2 takes, so she's briefly talking with 2 voices, and then it switches to a second take, which has slightly different audio quality. That was. Have a listen.
From here to Thuggy Bottom.
Wurzel, I somehow don't think that other scarecrow is scaring cabbage.
Of course.
There you go. She says scarecrow twice at the same time, and then the rest of the sentence doesn't quite lip sync.
Other scarecrow is scaring cabbage.
Weird.
Of course it is, you daft apist. Because Mr. Crowman put him there.
Shh! Someone's coming. What if it's Crowman? John.
Who's that?
It's only us, Mr. Braithwaite.
Yeah, I don't know why you don't move your beds in here. I thought you were going over to the Crowmans to borrow that dog of his.
We were just setting off, Mr. Braithwaite.
Yes, well, as long as you take on the job of feeding it, because I've got enough to do.
It's all right, Wurzel. You can come down now. Come on, Wurzel. Come and see the other scarecrow. Wurzel, no!
Oh my god.
Oh, come on, Wurzel.
Is he gonna fall off? Oh, jeez. It's okay though, because he's a scarecrow.
Come on, let's get him out.
Oh no, daft head. Oh. Oh, I don't like it.
Come on then, Wurzel.
2 to be ready, 4 to be steady, and 6 to be off.
Go on then.
Nice going. Just as soon as I got my dander.
What's he doing? Why is he walking like that?
Come on, look. He's up to him. Wurzel. Come on.
I mean, he is pretty scary. I wouldn't want to go and.
Oi, you ignorant day-bag, I'm talking to you.
Oh.
Wow. Mix me up with blood and put me in an horse's nose bag. Look who it ain't.
Do you know him, Wurzel?
Yeah, that I does.
So do I. It's Daft. You remember the scare that Wurzel made to put on the
bonfire.
Oh.
Don't say that word, Daft, or I'll have your heads off.
Oh, I remember now. I'm sorry we didn't recognise you. It's just, well, you weren't here for very long, were you?
Run off as fast as the straw would carry me, I did, since I know what he'd made me for. But now I've come back.
Yes, well, you ain't wanted round these here parts.
No, you're not wanted round these ear parts.
Who said that you could eat my dish of raw cake?
It's my tea, this is. I've been scaring looks all morning. So
so now it's time for my tea. Very nice and tasty. Nothing like that down at them there railway allotments.
Oh, is that where you've been living?
Ah, but it didn't suit. Because every time a train come past, it blew my hat off.
If you can't hear a word he's saying, he says he's been down the railway allotments. And every time a train came past, it blew his hat off. Allotments, don't know if that's a word that's used outside of the UK, an island, but it's, you know, where you have a little, everyone has a little patch of, it's for, typically, I guess, for people who don't have gardens. Maybe if you live in the city, or I mean, if you do have a garden, you could still have an allotment. But you know, people grow typically like vegetables on there, and there's like loads of patches of. Everyone has a little square in a big area, and you have a little shed on it and stuff. And he's been down the allotments, and the train keeps blowing his hat off. So I guess he doesn't want to be there anymore. He's so unnerving.
That's right. My hat got blown off by the low train, the up train, the down train, the goods train, the shortcut shuttle, afternoon express, fast 5 down train, 6-5 up train, shopping train, mail train, and the midnight sleeper. That's them that's blown off every day, except Sunday.
I'll say one thing, Wurzel, he can count better than you.
Yeah, well, I can count better than me if I have my counting head on. Anyway, the only reason he can count is he's got all my heads rolled into one.
That's right. I can count, and I can sing. Oh, old MacDonald is a farm, coming to the garden, man! And I can dance and I can say poetry.
Yeah, and there's another thing you can do and all.
Yes?
Shut up.
Ooh, not me, not Daft, Ed. This is my home where I got born and where I get raw cake to eat.
Your home? Your home? This ain't your home.
It is.
No, it ain't. It ain't. It ain't.
They're worse than we are.
I'll have your head in the pig trough for I
His
finish
face
you.
is-
Now get off my scarecrow bowl.
Chow.
Chow. Right, we'll see about that. Yeah, we'll see about that.
Sorry, just kicked my microphone out there. His face is so horrid.
What are you going to do now, Wurzel?
What am I going to do? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to stand over there, and I'm going to out scarecrow him. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah. I'll out scarecrow him. Yeah. Right.
Look, don't start anything, Wurzel. I'll go get the crowman. He'll know what to do.
That's a good idea, mister. Do you hear that, you ignorant, stupid A-bag? I'm going to go and tell the crowman about you. Yeah, and if you're still here when I get back, you'll know all about it. Yeah, so don't go away.
So don't go away.
Yeah, wait for me, misty. Wait for me.
So Mr. Braithwaite wants to tie up my dog in 10-acre field to stop Wurzel Gummidge from roaming.
Yes, Mr. Crowman.
Very well. Off you go, Greta. There you are, young lady.
Aw, not Jack Russell.
Now, what else do you wish to see me about?
How'd you know there was something else?
I am the crowman, remember?
You mean you can tell what human beings are thinking?
Bless you, girl. No, but I know what scarecrows are thinking. Come in, Wurzel. No good skulking outside.
Wurzel was literally T-posing to assert dominance there. He was.
My very best humble respects.
Aren't you ashamed of yourself, hiding behind a little girl's skirts instead of speaking up for yourself?
Well, I thought she could speak up for me, son. Seeing as I'm so stupid, I don't know what I was talking about.
As it so happens, there's no need for explanations from anyone. I know all about it.
So what's to be done, your intelligent chip?
What's to be done? Well, curiously enough, there's an article in the Scarecrow Maker's Advertiser about your very problem. Here, in hedgerow jottings. It's by way of being a legal judgment. And what it says is this. That where a scarecrow maker has placed a scarecrow in a field, and that scarecrow is unsatisfactory for whatever reason, or is no longer required, it is the duty of the scarecrow maker to remove it. Do you follow me, Wurzel?
No, sir.
Then let me put it simply. You're a scarecrow maker, correct?
Begging your pardon, Illuminescent Serpent. No, I ain't. I was just an humble scarecrow.
You're too modest, Wurzel. Of course you're a scarecrow maker. You're another crowman.
Why, Mr. Crowman, sir, don't you ever let Mr. Crowman hear you say a thing like that.
Wurzel, who made Dafthead?
I did, Your Honor, and I wish I hadn't.
Right, then the solution is clear. You made him, you get rid of him. Good afternoon, Wurzel.
But it's not as easy as that, Mr. Crowman.
Good afternoon, children.
So the Crowman is not going to help them get rid of Daft Head.
You keep an eye on it.
A poor dog's going to be left. Take aside all the storyline of scarecrows coming to life. That farmer, as far as he's concerned, he's tied up a Jack Russell to a scarecrow in the middle of a field. No food, no water, no shelter, no shade. I mean, this was the 70s, so you can do whatever the flip you like to anyone, I guess. But wow, that's one way to treat a dog, I guess.
Your tea time, isn't it?
We'll be there in a minute, Mr. Braithwaite.
Ah, well, don't be late.
It's tea time and all. It's the evening.
Are you sure?
Good luck, Wurzel.
Thank you, Missy.
Oh my god, I remember what he does now. So, it's Wurzel's responsibility to get rid of Daft Head. The Crowman won't do it. Technically, Wurzel made him, therefore Wurzel has to get rid of him. They don't really know what to do. Wurzel has come up with an idea. When you find out what he's doing, considering this is a living, breathing scarecrow he's dealing with,
Nice doggy. Yeah, here's a nice doggy. A pretty dog, yeah. Nice. Got yourself a bit of company, I see, Daft Head.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, nice and neat. Yeah.
What you got in that sack?
Nothing, yet.
Here. You ain't putting that there dog into that there sack, because it's coming for me, that dog is.
Ah, suit yourself. I'll put you in it instead.
so he's put Daft Head in a sack. And he's going to chuck him off a railway bridge. Unbelievable. He threw him off a bridge in front of a train. Oh, God. I don't know how he's back, but he's back. He's got the train conductor's hat on his head now.
You shut your head. I ain't talking to you.
Yeah, well, I know how you feel, Daft Head, but I got a message for you. You know that big box down with the crossroads that human stands about in and talks to people who ain't there?
Telephone box is called. You shall forgetting him when it's raining.
Yeah, I said empty phone box. Yeah. Well, I was walking past that empty phone box just now, and it started ringing and ringing and ringing, and blow me down. It was for you. You wanted on the empty phone.
Telephone call for me? What can it be?
I had no idea. Why you go find out?
I will.
Translation. Wurzel Gummidge says, I was walking past the phone box, you know, back in the days when phone boxes were a thing, and it was ringing, and I answered it, and it's for you, Daft Head. So you need to go and see who is there for you on the phone box. Oh, God, he's awful.
What are you gruffling and growling for? I was here and I was here to stay.
Uh-oh. Oh. It's not a good gate. The mouth is just horrendous.
Hello, Daft Head. Did you get your empty phone call all right then?
In the manner of speaking, except you got it wrong, Wurzel.
Oh, how's that then?
Call ain't for me. It's for you.
Oh, thanks very much.
Oh, God. I mean, Wurzel's pretty creepy in and of himself. He's just so strange. I mean, hats off to John Pertwee. He acts it really well. You would not think that is the same man who played the Doctor. For those who don't know, he did. He played the third Doctor. And he played a relatively, serious character. He would sort of, sternly tell people off, and he was quite clever and spent some time driving a car, and just completely different character. But that's what actors do, I guess.
My, fancy seeing you here, Dafty. Hey, why aren't you having your breakfast?
What breakfast?
Well, eggs, bacon, sausages, fried bread, cup of tea. Hey, you don't mean to say you've been working all this time at Scatterbrook and you ain't ever had your breakfast?
No, I ain't. Where did I get it from?
From the farmhouse. You go straight through the farmhouse door and he says to the farmer's wife, "Here I am, missus. I come for my breakfast and look sharp about it."
Here I am, missus. I come for my breakfast and look sharp about it.
That's it, isn't it, Ratter? He says yes.
It seems irresponsible to be sending a living, walking, breathing scarecrow into human contact, because from what I've gleaned, none of the adults know, apart from the two kids and the crowman who's not a human, seemingly, that the scarecrows are alive. They're sending this like new life form who probably doesn't know the rules into the farmhouse. He's going to walk in and say, "Where's me breakfast?" Oh, he's off now as well. Oh.
Jack, your breakfast's on the table. I'm just taking some fruit up to the cottage hospital.
I'll just finish this job first.
Oh, he's really creepy. Imagine encountering this guy. Just babbling along. Muddy face. I mean, seriously, like, imagine if genuinely if you were like just on your own in a dark street.
Sausage, fried bread, and a cup of tea. Very nice.
Oh, God. So he's eating the farmer's breakfast. I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Ugh.
Very nice. I enjoyed that. Thank you very much.
He's horrid.
What are you doing that with your hat for?
It's my hat. I can do as I please with it.
Yes, very nice breakfast. Thanks for the tip. Now I'll get back.
Got 8 minutes left.
That's my scarecrow talk.
They've been gone an awful long time. I know. But if they don't come back, what'll happen to Ratter?
Ratty belongs to the Crowman, not to Wurzel.
I know, but maybe he's forgotten it.
Never.
This is a very good cup of tea, Mrs. Braithwaite. I'll just finish this and then go and collect Ratter.
I'll fetch him. You have some more tea.
No, it's quite all right. It'll give me the opportunity to patch up that scarecrow. It's not been walking again.
Well, I haven't been up there, but the children say not.
They've been keeping an eye on Ratter, and Ratter's been keeping an eye on the Scarecrow.
The dog's been behaving himself, I trust?
Oh, goodness, yes. You'd never know he was there.
Stop it, Ratter. Be quiet. Behave yourself.
Take your hat off for the Crowman.
Why should I? Still here, I see.
Well, I can't move him nohow, Your Handmaidenness. You see, I'm too stupid to do it without your help.
Since you made Daft Ed Wurzel, he's got as much right to stay here as you have.
That's right. And here I stays.
Not necessarily. There is one solution, but it's not a pleasant one. Do you remember, Wurzel, when Sergeant Beetroot and Mildew Sheepdip both wanted to take Anna Arrow to the Scarecrow Ball?
Yeah, that I does, Your Majesty. They fight at a Scarecrow duel.
A duel? Caw!
You two can be seconds.
Here, not too fast. I wants to know what happened to the one that lost.
Mildew Sheepdip, he lost his head.
I thought so. I ain't fighting no duel.
You'll do as you're told.
I won't, you know.
Daft Head. Do you know how many scarecrows I have at my command?
Oh my God.
Umbrellas at dawn.
Sorry. Excuse me? So, I mean, the Scarecrow lore, for a start, is... There's a lot going on here. Crowman's saying he's got an army, and now they're...
Umbrellas at dawn.
Look at this, with the black flags! Oh, and Daft Ed in the background there, flopping around. This is odd. So they're going to duel, umbrellas at dawn, whatever that means, and whoever loses his head. I mean, they all have detachable heads anyway, but maybe it means permanently.
Choose your weapons.
Umbrellas. Are they just going to whack each other with umbrellas? Or can they shoot with them? Do they have bullets? What is going on here?
Gentlemen.
Wurzel is trying to kill his son. Yeah, that's basically what's happening, Bali. Yeah. I hope Daft Ed wins, says Lolly Llama.
Back to back. 5 paces forward. March. That's 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and another one. I know I shouldn't talk like this. Wurzel is an impartial referee, but good luck.
Thank you very much, Mr. Crowmancer. But what happens if he knocks my head off?
Well, you know as well as I do, Wurzel, he be the rightful scarecrow of Scatterbrook.
Well, what about old Wurzel, sir? What will I be?
Well, you wouldn't be anything, Wurzel. Or else the duel would be a waste of time.
Mr. Crowmancer.
Mm-hmm.
What's it like not being a scarecrow no more?
What was it like before you were a scarecrow?
I don't know, sir. I don't remember.
That's what it's like. It's not remembering.
Oh.
Don't be afraid. I'll be with you.
Thank you very much, Your Holiness.
My God. So, if he loses this duel, he dies. And when you die as a scarecrow, that's it. There's nothing. It's like what it was like before you were a scarecrow, which is nothing. And he's scared of dying. Happy Halloween, everyone.
About turn. On card. And may the best scarecrow win.
I feel like Daft Ed's going to be better. Oh, that is creepy, this. Oh! He's disarmed him. Why did he stop him? Why was he not allowed to kill him? Wow, I went... Look, he stops him. And now he's about to lose his head. Crowman's done him in. Is he dead? Is this the last episode?
Mr. Crowman, good morning.
Oh, good morning, madam.
I've just been picking these lovely mushrooms. I thought you might like some for your breakfast. Oh, so this is where you make your scarecrows?
Yes.
Oh, I like that one. I don't think I've ever seen anything so ugly. It's not for sale, I suppose.
Is it for yourself, may I ask?
That's right. I got quite a big garden behind the shop. But you should see the rooks. They think there's Liberty Hall.
The shop, of course. You're Mrs. Liversidge, aren't you?
That's right.
The lady that keeps the cake shop.
These two have seen off many of my sponge cakes, haven't you, children?
Yes.
The scarecrow was spoken for, Mrs. Liversidge, but I think I could let you have it. I'll bring it over on my tricycle.
Oh, that's kind of you. And
no charge. Just one of your excellent cakes.
Oh, I beg you, the biggest one you've ever seen.
Aha. If you don't understand a word of that, because of the dialect and the accent, she owns the cake shop. She's got a big garden behind it, but the rooks think it's Liberty Hall, which I assume means they're going mad. All the crows are eating all the seed. Rooks, they're a type of corvid. But she wants that great big ugly scarecrow, so that's going to go and live at the cake shop. He likes his raw cake, doesn't he? His cake mix. So I think they're just going to put Wurzel's head back on, and he gets to live. Oh.
Hello, Your Majesty. Did I win?
Yes, Wurzel. You did.
Well, happy Halloween, everyone. I don't know if this is a stock outro or if it's special, if they do a different one per episode. Maybe it always just ends with him getting back on his T-pose. I don't know. A happy ending for our true hero, Daft Head. No, we are not Team Daft Head. He's a terrifying, creepy monster. Oh. Okay, that probably happens every time. There we go, Southern Colour Production. That's how you spell colour in England, and Scotland, and Wales, and Ireland. Well, congratulations, Team Daft Head. That is the end of today's spooky Halloween stream. We've got a poll in the chat there that says, which team are you? I hope you've all had a wonderful, terrifying evening with Nosy Bonk and Daft Head, Wurzel Gummidge, and the slightly strange, very strange puppets of Terrorhawks as well. Not, not meant to be particularly creepy in its design. Probably meant to be, pretty compelling and interesting and attractive in some ways. It isn't though, is it? At least Daft Head is supposed to be scary, or a little bit. He's probably not meant to be as scary as he was, but, they played Stinger music when they showed his face. Oh, no, you don't. Nosy Bonk, I guess, also is not meant to be scary, but was. So a lot of unintentional fear there brought to children of the 70s and 80s. Hope you enjoyed it, and maybe we'll make this a regular thing. I certainly am going to carry on doing my Christmas watch-alongs. I've had this year's children's drama all worked out for months now. I know what we're going to be watching, but maybe next year we'll watch some more Creepy Kids TV. Or a creepy drama as well. There's lots of creepy sort of ghost stories that were made by the BBC in the sort of 80s and stuff, 70s and 80s, so maybe something like that at some point would be good. Team Daft Head won 83% of the vote. 15 people were Team Dafthead. How can you be pro Dafthead when he's as horrible as that? I mean, Wurzel is just sort of stupid and slightly irritating, but yeah. I mean, yeah, to be fair, Dafthead was just existing, wasn't he? They made him to be put on a fire, and then he came alive and was like, I don't want to go on a fire. And then he was a good scarecrow as well. He wasn't slacking from his duties. So to be fair, apart from looking scary, and hey, look, some of us do just look scary, he didn't really do anything wrong, did he? So, well, he ate the breakfast, but he was told that he could. So, you know, it was all bad. It was all bad on Wurzel's part. Wurzel Gummidge has been remade since then. A couple of years ago, Mackenzie Cook, off of The Office and Pirates of the Caribbean and Detectorists and stuff. You'll know him from various things. He wrote and I think directed and starred as Wurzel Gummidge in a new version. I watched a couple of them. They were pretty good, actually. Quite enjoyed them. Yeah, they go into all the sort of scarecrow lore. There's no Crow Man, but there's a Green Man, and the Green Man's an interesting character in terms of like folklore and stuff. So that's cool. There've been some more that I've not yet seen because I was doing a bit of googling today about Wurzel Gummidge, meaning that intending to look up some info about the 70s version, and I ended up stumbling across that there's like a couple more episodes of the Mackenzie Cook version that I didn't know about, so I might watch those at some point. I don't know, but yeah, I like it. It's good. So there we go. Nosy Bonk, Wurzel Gummidge, Terrorhawks. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're all scared. Hope you're all disturbed. There were lots of clips made of today's stream, so I'll have to watch those later on. And wonderful. Yes, I hope you had a great time. And I will catch you all on Thursday. Yeah, that's when I'll see you next, live. And in the meantime, you'll see me around on the channel and stuff and on social media. Lovely. All right then. Happy Halloween. Stay safe. If you're going out, stay safe. Don't eat something that you shouldn't eat. You know, like razor blades. Don't eat razor blades. And just be good and happy and stuff. Just stuff. Just be. All right. That was Dafthead's sin. That's what he did. He just was. And then they didn't want him anymore. Poor guy. It's alright, he lives at the cake shop now. He'll be okay. Right, bye everyone.